Good afternoon, family. Happy Monday the 30th, of course, January the 30th, 2023. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys had a great weekend. It was kind of an interesting weekend. It's been an interesting month. Let's go ahead and start out by giving you guys a great shout out. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys give us. Again, couldn't have done it without you guys. A lot of support over there on Instagram, almost 13,000 followers. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Go ahead and give a like on this video if you guys want to go ahead and support, of course, the channel, building their mindset, just giving you guys information and feedback. It's definitely not financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and start off with, of course, with politics. Let's start off with Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler. There's a lot of talk out there that, of course, we all know how these politicians are. They toss each other some softball questions, and they don't want to go ahead and step on each other's toes. They want to make sure that they look good in front of the people, so they make it seem like. But at the end of the day, you know what? They don't care for us, us the people. These politicians are only in there for themselves. And of course, Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, she's proven it time and time again. We really got to flush them out. We got to flush all these people in Congress and the Senate. Anybody who's a politician in the United States, 4 years and then get the hell out. We don't need you there for 90 years, like that Nancy Pelosi, who's older than dirt, does all this. Of course, she doesn't do it, but her husband does all these insider tradings, and she has no knowledge of this. Yeah, of course. Anyways, let's go back to Elizabeth Warren and her best buddy over here, Gary Gensler. If you guys don't know who Gary Gensler is, let's start off with, he's kind of the cause of crypto right now collapsing. The guy, it's never in the right spot. Only in the right spot for him and his banker buddies, and of course the politicians, because of course when FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried were over here just taking everybody to town, Gary Gensler's over here meeting with him, and of course, even a first grader, if he would have seen the numbers that he was supposedly running, he would have seen right away that it was a Ponzi scheme, that he was a fraud. But of course, when there's a bunch of wad cash being thrown at your face, isn't that right, Gary Gensler? You're definitely going to look the other way, just like all these other politicians looking the other way, Elizabeth Warren. The list goes on, all these Democrats. And again, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. I really don't care. But what I do see is that we're taken advantage of, and our kids are going to get taken advantage of. That's why, they gotta flush everybody who has anything to do with politics. Flush them out. They're all, even if they have good intentions, fuck them, flush them out, and let's get new people in there. So of course, Elizabeth Warren got caught tossing softball questions to Gary Gensler on an email way before, a couple days or weeks before Gary Gensler went up in front of Senate in Congress, I believe, and of course, Elizabeth Warren sends him an email like, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and I just don't want to make sure they're not too hard for you. Please confirm. And then she goes and follows back like, are the questions okay? I want to make sure that you're okay. That's probably called collusion. You guys are talking in secret about what? About this guy being grilled in front of the Senate because, of course, he's taking bribes. Him and his staff and all these other politicians, they're getting their pockets fat, hurting the investors, basically getting all their banker buddies. Goldman Gary. Remember, he's a fucking banker. That's what he is. So of course he's gonna go ahead and look out after his buddies. Make 200 million plus by teaching at MIT. Come on now. Are they really paying him that much at MIT to be a college professor? I don't think so. Same thing like Sam Bankman-Fried's parents. How did they get all this money to go ahead and bail his ass out of jail? I'm sure he was happy. He's a vegan. He was getting a lot of raw food in there, if you know what I mean. So of course, let's not start there. But anyways, so Gary Gensler, it's in bed over here with Elizabeth Warren. They got caught. But again, nothing's going to happen. They're going to get a free pass. But we all need to make people aware of what's happening. You know, these people got to get flushed out, especially Pocahontas and Gary Gensler. They got to be the first ones to get out. You know, the Republicans already took the House. They said they were going to do something. So come on now, guys. I'm looking for you guys to go ahead and go after Gary Gensler, hold him accountable, just like you guys said. So we'll see what's going to happen there. Because again, crypto right now, I don't think we've seen the last of crypto being heard. They're drawing up bills and all this goody stuff. They're gonna crush it some more. This guy Gary Gensler's agenda has always been to crush all the exchanges. And of course, he looked the other way on Voyager. He looked the other way on Celsius. On Luna, looked the other way. You know, FTX looked the other way. But what does he do? He goes after Kim K and just he goes all on TV talking about I stopped Kim K from what did he say? Oh, by basically boosting a coin, or just making people get into that coin and then pulling the rug underneath them. The guy's just he shouldn't even be nowhere near being a politician. He should be in jail. That's where he needs to be at. He needs to be in jail. And everybody who is basically in charge of this FTX debacle, they got to be in jail too. Because again, crypto's hurting. They got this lawsuit still again on Ripple. And Ripple, again, now we're just kind of at a waiting game, and the rest of the market's getting crushed. And again, that's all part of their plan, ladies and gentlemen. So don't let that discourage you. Make sure that you guys go ahead and look after those utility tokens. Get your, again, not financial advice, none of it is. Make sure you guys get that XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR. HBAR, I believe, has already government contracts in place. So also, it was told, or I was told, that Amazon, I believe, also has some XRP locked into, I believe, in a separate account with a maturity date. And that maturity date should be scheduled to go ahead and expire any day now. And we're talking in the billions of dollars that Amazon has invested since 2015, my friends. So I don't know about you guys, but anything that has utility, I'm all about it. I don't think XRP is going anywhere. That's why it's being sued, because of course they want to go ahead and stop it on its tracks. We're over 2 years already into this lawsuit. These lawsuits don't last forever, and once we get some sort of clarity, whether it's just for Ripple and XRP or for the rest of the markets, that's definitely going to go ahead and give it a boost. But at this point, you know what? The fuck with the rest of the market. Let's just give Ripple and XRP some clarity, because at the end of the day, the rest of the market wasn't giving a fuck about us. Excuse my French. They weren't caring about us if Ripple or XRP holders were going to get hurt. When all their tokens were pumping, they didn't care. Decentralize this, decentralize that, and go down with the banking system. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody works for the money, the almighty dollar, the almighty gold, the almighty silver. It's always about the almighty dollar, So everybody works towards it. Everybody wants it. And bankers are not just going to give that away. Just give, the power to create money out of nothing to a new rising commodity or a new rising dollar, this digital dollar. You think that they're going to just give away the power to anyone else to print out these digital dollars? No, it doesn't work like that. You know what? They're going to go ahead and go down kicking and screaming. They'll roll out the tanks before they actually give control of any of the money, the monetary system. So Ripple, XRP, they're right in the middle of it, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a lot of movement right now going on. But at the end of the day, John Deaton, he's the field general, like they say. He's the one getting us, letting us know what's going on with the amicus brief, and what's going on with the judge, what's going on with these emails, the Hinman emails as well. If they're going to get redacted, and how much are they going to get redacted, and if the public's ever going to get to see these emails. I don't think so. John Dean doesn't seem to think so either. And I'm a big fan of that too. They're not going to let us see that. They'll settle before they let the public see how corrupt these reptilians are. But again, you know what? It's not Prime Media. It's not going to be on your CNBC or any of these ABC, Fox. They're not going to say none of this stuff. They're protecting their buddies, their banker buddies, their buddies that they sleep with together. So it's up to us, ladies and gentlemen, to get that information. So make sure that you guys are aware. Make sure that you guys are awake. Make sure that you guys send me questions, and I really appreciate all the love and support you guys give us. Make sure that you guys stay, like always, healthy and positive. Until the next one, guys, take care.